Thousands of French doctors, nurses and hospital staff are protesting against austerity cuts. They claim dozens of hospitals and clinics are being shut down all over the country, not just in provinces, but also in big cities.
In France, there's a real difficulty in maternity wards. Many of them are being cut down. And in some provinces of France, we have what we call medical deserts. That means in these places, you have to travel for more than half an hour, more than 50 kilometers in order to reach a public health care facility.
Already now, at the emergency ward, patients have to wait for 9 to 12 hours. And they are closing down our hospital in central Paris to property agencies. That means in the first 9 districts of central Paris, there will be no hospitals. And emergency wards in other hospitals in other districts will be even more overloaded than now.
France is fighting tooth and nail to reduce public spending to bring its budget deficit under control. The country has already seen 5 austerity cuts in the past 3 years. For the healthcare sector, the cuts amount to an estimated €3 billion. Labour unions and healthcare personnel taking part in this demonstration say making cuts in the health sector will ultimately affect the country's economic health. France has among the best state-run healthcare facilities in the West. French authorities claim financial cuts in the healthcare sector are necessary to save the country's economy. But labour unions think otherwise.
For us, it's impossible to continue like this, and we think the government can do something. It was able to prevent the privatization of the air traffic controllers, and we want the government to do the same to our health sector. It should oppose the European health directives, and it should defend the universal health care system so that everyone has access to medical care.
Avec un accès aux soins pour tous.
Previous meetings between the unions and the health ministry have not prevented doctors from demonstrating. And they warn more protests will be held if their demands are not met during next week's meeting. Anastasia Press TV, Paris.